Thank you every moment. Thank us. Thank existence. So with the greed now and with the need, be aware of your mind and of its greed and lack of trust. Through awareness comes the opportunity for the greed to be transformed into greatness. Turn your awareness in a positive direction towards the trust that whatever is given is absolutely right. And out of this trust, allow yourself to dance in gratitude. Narada, the great Indian mystic, was going to see God playing on his veena. He passed a forest and came across a very old sage sitting under a tree. The old sage said, "Please ask God one question from me. I have been making all kinds of efforts for 3 lives now. How much more is needed? When is my liberation going to happen?" And Narada laughed and said, "Okay, I will." As he went on, he found another one under a tree, a young man dancing and singing with his flute. Jokingly, Narada asked him, "Would you also like to ask God some questions? I'm going to God." The young man didn't reply. He continued his dance as if he had not heard it at all. He was enjoying the moment, dancing. Just nothing, just, "I'm here to dance." He became the dance, not the dancer. The dance, living forever, immortality. After a few days, Narada came back. He told the old man, "I asked God." He said, 3 lives more. The old man was in a rage. He threw his beads and his scriptures and said, "This is absolutely unjust. 3 lives more." Narada moved to the young man, who was again dancing, and he said, "Although you didn't ask, just by the way, I asked God about you, but now I'm afraid whether to tell you or not." Seeing the rage of the old man, "I'm hesitating to tell you." And the young man didn't even look. And Narada looked at me. He's still dancing, he's still enjoying, and he's still that joy, a living joy, a living dance. But he said, "I want to tell him, in spite of what the other man said. I just want to tell him and see what's going to be his reaction or response." The young man was still dancing. But he said, "I want to tell him, although you didn't ask, just by the way, I asked God about you, but now I'm afraid to tell you, but I want to tell you this." The young man didn't say anything. He continued to dance. Narada told him, "Look, when I asked God how long," God said, "Tell the young man that he will have to be born as many times as there are leaves on the tree under which he is dancing." And the young man started dancing even more ecstatically. He said, "So fast. There are so many trees in the world and so many leaves, only this much. When next time you go to God, just thank him." And it is said the young man became liberated. And that very moment, he became enlightened. If there is such totality of trust, time is not needed. Truth is timeless. If there is no trust, then even 3 lives are not enough. And my feeling is that the old man must be around somewhere even now. Such a mind cannot be liberated. Such a mind is what hell is. This is what greed is. This is what my, hope is. I want to be a saint. You are already a sage. Don't be a saint. So that people, they can respect me. So I have the pictures all in the temples, in the churches. You don't need to be anything. You are the nothingness. It's not the body, it's not the mind, it's the light. We are all light from light, infinity and infinity, eternity, immortality. You are not less than any Christ. We are all Jesus and your name, whatever it is, Maryam, Christ consciousness, peace consciousness. We are all this super consciousness. Has no beginning and no end. It's immortality. Just ask and you will receive. Even without asking, this existence knows what I need, not what I greed. If my greed, my desire is light, if my greed and my desire is God, that's not a greed or a desire. Just change the object. Be greedy, all the desires. Muhammad was so greedy and his desires to fulfill all gods. Ya Allah, he said, I just want you to be my only beloved. And God loves us as we are. Doesn't need any laws. In fact, the mother doesn't ask for law or logics or idols. But just look, where is our mind? In more numbers, or just to remember that we are not a number. We are only a member of one whole and holy family.